Hello, online pipe community. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. It is Cobb Tuesday. Got my Cobb Tuesday Cobb. Got my Cobb Tuesday cap. Today's Cobb is a Missouri Meerschaum Wizard Cobbet, of which Greg Tunnell would approve. In it, my last bowl of Watch City, Ahab's Comfort. This is a kitchen sink English blend. It's got Latakia, Virginia, Cavendish, Burley, Turkish, and Perique. And it's a good smoke. Smoke's dry. I definitely have not gotten any gurgle or steaming. It smokes cool, has not burned me in the slightest. And it has a good all-around mild English flavor. You sense the butt coming, right? But it's only a 3 for me, a 3 out of 5 stars. And here's why. It gets knocked down about a half a star because I won't buy it myself. I have English blends that I like better. And the reason I like them better is, as I've mentioned before, I have very little sense of smell. And so I don't get the complexity of a complex blend. And this is that. It is a good flavor, but I would like more Latakia or more Oriental, one of the two. As it is, I really don't, unfortunately, taste them both really well at the same time. And I don't taste the Burley or the Perique. I don't get those at all. So I would lean more toward something like Gawith Hogarth Balkan mixture. That's got more of that Oriental sour. Or a heavy Latakia blend. You don't have to go to Pirate Cake. Something like Nightcap. Although I do love, like, Star of the East and Pirate Cake with their very heavy Latakia, 50% and 70 or 75%, something like that. Those two blends. But for those of you who don't like those extremes, this might very well be right up your alley, because it is mild on both of those components, the Latakia and the Oriental. And you just might be able to pick out the Cavendish, the Burley, the Perique that I can't. I taste what I smell, and I can only smell the one or two most prominent components. And in the aroma, the Latakia and the Orientals are the two that I smell the most. So they are the ones I taste the most. But like I said, at times they're just a little bit muddy to my admittedly handicapped palate. But it smokes great. It tastes good. Like I said, for some of you, this is going to be right up your alley. If you've been shying away from Englishes because you tried a Latakia blend and it was too strong, try this. Ahab's Comfort. It might be just what the doctor ordered. Pipe rituals. Greg Tunnel put out a very disturbing video in reply to S.M.R. Slow-Mo Randy, who just asked us to describe our pipe rituals. He did not ask us to indelibly burn into everyone's brains the image of Greg Tunnel dancing around in a loincloth. That was inappropriate, Greg. Freaking hilarious, but inappropriate. And since I know you don't care what other people think of your content, and I loved it, I will actually talk a little bit about, I wouldn't say I have a pipe ritual, but there are some certain things that I do that surround my piping. I would call it more an adherence to OCD. So, for example, picking a pipe. If it's Tuesday and I'm doing a video, it's going to be a cob. And I have my cobs in my spreadsheet, so I can look and see what was my last cob, and I just pick the next one alphabetically. Last week was a Washington Rob Roy straight. The Washington Rob Roy bent was the week before. This is a Wizard Cobbett, alphabetically. Next time it'll wrap right back around. Although Missouri Meerschaum alphabetically won't be the first manufacturer, so it won't be a Missouri Meerschaum cob next week. See, this is the OCD, just kicking into overdrive. If it's not a cob Tuesday, if it's a Friday and I'm doing a video, I'll use my Friday Savinelli. Otherwise, I'll look at my spreadsheet and I will simply choose the next pipe in order from the last pipe that I did a video on that wasn't a cob or a Friday Savinelli. Unless, of course, it's a Wednesday or Thursday and I'm doing a parsimonious pipe, in which case I do whatever pipe it was that I cleaned up that week. So there you have my OCD. And if it's none of those, if it's a second bowl of the day, then I've got a set of 5 pipes right now that I choose from that rotate. They are workhorse pipes that I use for second bowls. And I just work through them. Again, just straight rotation. Tobacco works very much the same way, not in terms of a rotation, but in terms of being strictly OCD. So a few months back, I started doing impressions of tobacco each week on Cobb Tuesday. So from Wednesday to Tuesday, the first bowl that I smoke in a day will be that blend. And it'll be in a different pipe every day. On weekends, occasionally I will stuff it into my Meerschaum or a clay, just to be wild and crazy. And my second bowl of the day will be either the remnants of a previous week's sample of the week, if it's one that I liked at least 3 stars worth, or it will be the next jar that's in my 48 jar rotation. That's right. Well, actually, the next jar from my 24 jar non-aromatic rotation. I have 2 soda crates that hold 24 each. One has 24 aromatics. Those do not get smoked a lot, not by me. I have those to share mostly. And then 24 non-aromatics, and I work through those. So I'll either be smoking up the rest of a sample someone has generously given me, or I will be working through what I already have open. I have not opened anything of my own in so long that I don't really remember. That's why I have stopped buying tobacco, because I'm not opening any of my own right now. I'm smoking through samples that people have sent me, traded, whatever. It's the generosity and fun of trading and swapping in this community is absolutely insane. So that's how I pick my pipe and tobacco. After that, well, you've seen me light. I light with matches as much as I can. I even light my matches off of my Zippo so that I can reuse a match if I didn't burn too much of it the first time. Yes, I am parsimonious, which doesn't just mean frugal, it can mean cheap. My daily tamper, except when I'm smoking a cob. When I clean my pipes at the end of a smoke, most of the pipes I smoke are screw together tenons. The ones that aren't, I let them cool enough to safely pull them apart, run a pipe cleaner up through the stem, run a pipe cleaner down into the bowl, swirl around. Nothing fancy about my cleanup routine, and there isn't really a ritual to it. I take that back. There is one thing that I try to do every single time, and that is I'll fold the pipe cleaner in half and put it down the stem into the stummel right here, because I like the draft hole to stay wide open. And sometimes that will start to close in if you're just running a single thickness pipe cleaner through it. You can build up cake on the inside there too. And I like to keep that wide open, so I'll push a doubled over pipe cleaner through there. Make sure I'm knocking the crap out from the inside there. And then for vulcanite stems, a drop of Abyssinian or antioxy oil, and spread that around to keep the stem from reoxidizing, since I take so much time cleaning them to begin with. And that's my ritual, Randy. Does not involve a loincloth. I have actually enjoyed seeing other people's rituals. There are some things, some regular cleaning things that some people do that I probably won't adopt as regulars, but will maybe as weeklies to start thinking about. These are just a lot of fun. Y'all drop by S.M.R's site. I'll have him linked down below. With that, light something you like, smoke it for a couple hours. Enjoy your afternoon.